The Depression of the 1930s was the time of my childhood days. There were a lot of worries and hardships in many ways. Whatever time people could spare, they would help each other out. Bad times also came when there was a drought. The Depression of the 1930s, our parents would help make quilts of all kinds. They would work long hours, day and night. It was a lot on their minds. Fathers would work on the WPA just to make ends meet. Breaking stones was very hard work. Some of them fell to their feet. The Depression of the 1930s, there were problems about work, severe winters and war. People never know from the day to day what may be in store. There were children of all ages sick with an illness. Some of them passed away with the long nights of stillness. The Depression of the 1930s made it bad for all ages. Work was scarce. There was pay of low wages. During the Depression, we all learned how to survive. A lot of people shared the hardships by showing love and being alive. The Depression of the 1930s will be in my heart for the rest of my life. I, Margaret L. Hockenberry, now Margaret L. Rodkey, live in those hardships of struggle and strife. My parents were loving and caring in every way. They taught me to respect people and show them we care.
Definition of America by Stanley Gottheimer. America is 120 millions of peoples, 1,000 industries, mountains, waterways, and prairie. America is a drumbeat calling together the farmers to oust the redcoats. America is the ring of an axe, death knell of the virgin timber in the crisp northern air. America is a factory whistle, hooting out the night shift and hooting in the day. America is a time card, a pay envelope, a $5 raise, a curt, "You're fired." America is creditor of the world. America is a desolate debtor, dazed by dry, dancing dust, his farm blowing away. Europe is mellow wine, well aged for the epicure, a fine, moldy, smelly old cheese. America is the grape unbrushed, the milk and cream unchurned, but beginning to sour. Mountains, waterways, and prairie, 1,000 industries, 120 millions of people.
It walked like a shadow in the night, without a word, a sound, and when it struck, a vicious bite. It split the sky and ground. Never there was such great despair, left all man by its feet, and anywhere and everywhere. They had none to live or eat. They tried to hide, but found were they, and any place they left was teemed with gloom, sad and most gray, cheerless, lonely, and bereft. They bit and the dust, and they gulped defeat. 'Twas nothing left at all, and shattered was each heart, in need each broken and dim soul. The market fell, each core was broken, lamp teemed with dearth evermore, and every heart they sat in the dark, asked, what was it worth for?
Our lives avoided tragedy simply by going on and on, without end, with little apparent meaning. Oh, there were storms and small catastrophes. Simply by going on and on, we managed. No need for heroic. Oh, there were storms and small catastrophes. I don't remember all the particulars. We managed. No need for the heroic. There were usual celebrations, the usual sorrows. I don't remember all the particulars. Across the fence, the neighbors were our only chorus. There were usual celebrations, the usual sorrows. Thank God no one said anything in verse. The neighbors were our only chorus, and if we suffered, we kept quiet about it. At no time did anyone say anything in verse. It was the ordinary pities and fears consumed us, and if we suffered, we kept quiet about it. No audience would ever know our story. It was the ordinary pities and fears consumed us. We gathered on porches, the moon rose. We were poor, but audience would never know our story. Beyond our windows shone the actual world. We gathered on porches, the moon rose. We were poor, and time went on, drawn by our slow horses. Somewhere beyond our windows shone the world. The Great Depression had entered our souls like fog. Time went by, drawn by slow horses. We did not ourselves know what the end was. The Great Depression had entered our souls like fog. We had our flaws, perhaps a few private virtues. But we did not ourselves know what the end was. People like us simply go on. We have our flaws, perhaps a few private virtues. But it is by blind chance only that we escape tragedy. And there is no plot in that. It is devoid of poetry.
Deep sorrow filled the American's heart. Everyone had to do their part. People were trading and selling their things, raving about what life would bring. Even the little ones felt the pain. Souls did suffer in heat, cold, and rain. Sad to say that the days filled with grief, in hopes that the depression soon would cease. On Sunday was a day of rest. Everyone would gather and thank God they were blessed. Not in ways that we might think, but in everyday living that life did bring.